Hello! Today I will be showing how to make this lovely armchair in Art Nouveau style using a kit from my shop. I have created and made this kit based on original design by Émile Galley, a French Art Nouveau designer from 1900s. The chair building kit comes with a soft velour fabric included. There are more colors available in my shop. The link to my shop can be found in the description below this video. If you purchase this kit, you will also receive the padding and all the parts necessary to build this beautiful chair. You will also need tacky or textile glue, woodworking glue, super glue, scissors, paint, sanding paper, brushes and toothpicks. The step-by-step photo instructions do not include the upholstery, so please keep watching this video to see how it's done. These are the parts that will form the back of the chair, the seat, the legs, and these are the bases for the cushions. I am starting with assembling the back of the chair. I use woodworking glue, apply it to the trim and glue the trim to the base, making sure that the edges are matching on all the sides. Next, I'll be preparing the legs of the chair by sanding them down to give them a more rounded look. I am using fine sandpaper for working on the curves and apply gentle pressure while sanding. Here you can see the difference between sanded part and unsanded. I prefer the sanded look. Now the chair legs are ready for painting. For the painting I use thick wood stain and normally I apply 2 layers. After painting both legs on one side, I will paint the back of the chair. In this example I am using walnut color finish, which goes very well together with the mossy green velour fabric. While the paint is drying, I am going to make the cushions. I am going to use the bases for the cushions, padding, fabric, textile glue and the scissors. Place the base onto the padding and cut around it closely to the edge of the base. Then place the base on the wrong side of the fabric and cut around it with about 7 mm allowance. I am making the incisions in the inside curve to make sure that the fabric folds without creasing, and I'm cutting off the excess of the fabric in the corners. For gluing the fabric to the cushion base, I'm using textile glue, which is pretty quick to set but slow enough so I can move the fabric a little bit to get it into the good position. I'm folding the fabric over and pressing it onto the glue, holding a little bit until it's set. While making the cushion, make sure you don't get any glue onto the face of the fabric. Now fold the fabric around the sides, press it. You can use a toothpick to help holding the fabric in place. And repeat the same on the other sides. Sometimes I make slight incisions to make sure that the fabric can fold around the curve without creating bulk. Here I'm adding a bit of glue to the corners and make sure that the fabric is folded well into the corner. Do not cut the fabric too short in the corners to avoid fraying. By the way, I have this chair building kit in 1/12 scale, as a settee, in a 1/2 inch scale and in 1/6 scale. You can find the link to the shop in the description below this video. In my shop you can also find fabric in different colors. And now let's make the cushion for the back of the chair. I place the base onto the wrong side of the fabric and cut around it with about 7 mm allowance. I trim the fabric in the corners and I will make the incisions on the curved parts. Just as I've done with the seat cushion, I apply glue to the base and I fold the fabric onto it and press until it's set. Make sure to trim the fabric in the corners to avoid bulk, especially in the sharp corners. If you find this tutorial helpful, please hit the like button. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave your comment below. And if you would like to see more tutorials, please subscribe to my channel. A bit later in this video tutorial, I'll be showing how I make the padding for the half-inch scale settee, so please stay tuned. The trickiest part with this particular piece is to get the sharp corners covered with fabric without too much bulk, so it requires a bit cutting off the excess of the fabric and adding a bit of glue and squeezing and pressing until you achieve the desired look. When the back padding is ready, I try how it fits into place. And now I'm going to assemble the chair. The legs have a smooth side and the side with the grooves. This is where the chair base will fit into. I apply a drop of woodworking glue to the grooves and on top of the bar that supports the seat. Repeat the same for the other side and then fit the base of the seat into place. And now it is time to attach the back of the chair. I apply glue to the back of the legs on this side part. And also into the cutout on the base of the seat. And then I fit the back of the chair into place. You might need to use some little clamps or elastics to keep the parts in place until the glue dries. When the glue has dried well, I paint the back of the chair and give the whole chair a bit of extra touch of paint. Toothpick, spread it around a little bit. And now I'm ready for the last part of the project. I apply some 10-second glue to the back of the chair and I use toothpick to spread it out, and I take care that it spreads well into the corners. When the back padding will sit well in its place, I will glue the cushion onto the seat. I apply 10-second glue to the seat, spread it out with a toothpick, and then I place the cushion on top of it. Slightly press it so it sets well, and the chair is ready. All the furniture in the photos also available in my shop as DIY kits. Here I have a half-inch scale settee. The process of putting it together is the same as the chair. For the padding for the back of the chair, I cut the fabric with only a couple of millimeters allowance on each side. I leave such small fabric allowance because I don't want to create too much bulk when I'm gluing the fabric to the base. Here I'm cutting off a bit of fabric in the corner, again to avoid the bulkiness. Now I'm going to make the incisions on the inside curves. Continue gluing the fabric to the template, making sure that it goes really nice and tight around the curves and corners. I made the seat cushion for the settee in the same way as I did the seat cushion for the chair, and I attached the back padding and the seat cushion to the settee the same way as I did it with the chair. Please like my video if you found it helpful and subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more tutorials. Bye!